Why is a global movement of entrepreneurial families more as requested? Hello, everyone. Um, Today's little short view on my thoughts and perspective will give you just an insight of my consideration to start a global movement of families of the new generation, and to start a global movement. But before I jump into my thoughts, please pencil in your diary on the 2nd of July. I will have Ken Costa, the author of the very brilliant book, The 100 Trillion Wealth Transfer, and my mentor and dear colleague, James E. Hughes, on my Global Wisdom Talk. 2nd of July at 5 p.m. German time. And I would be more than happy to have you in this talk. And I will offer an selected audience to have the opportunity to be live into the talk and have the opportunity to ask questions and have also a discussion with Ken and with Jay. So once again, 2nd of July, Ken Costa, James E. Hughes on the topic of the $100 trillion wealth transfer here in the C100 Global Wisdom Talk. So why is a global movement of the new generation of families, entrepreneur families, more as requested? So undoubtedly, we are standing in front of these, or it's just ongoing, these large wealth transfer everybody is talking about. And yes, these first wealth transfer is only concentrated and selected on very few families. But in my perspective, the second wealth transfer is standing in front of the door, and it is, you can see it on the horizon, probably in the next decade or so. But undoubtedly, this wealth transfer will be not only hit some selected families or will be concentrated, it will be more on a global scale, and it will be touch more families, and it will be much bigger and larger. And we will see, and that's just my predictive view on this, we will see a new generation of families, of entrepreneurial families. The second, the third, or the fourth generation who take over the leadership of the family have a different and quite different mindset. They are not only focused on purpose and legacy, but by and large, if you ask someone what is actually purpose and what is legacy, in some cases you look in empty eyes. What I've learned is that these kind of individuals, these kinds of family members, they are focused and interested on significance, relevance, and positive influence. And yes, these three terms will be end in a legacy. Yes, and they are driven by a purpose, undoubtedly. But on the other hand, is more families, we will see this also under this standing, you can read this in much of these interesting reports, they are coming from nothing. These new entrepreneurs have very, very hard, have worked very, very hard, and they are now become wealthy. And what I mean by wealthy is just they get insignificant wealth amount, more than 100 million, 200 million, in some cases 500 million, or probably a billion. And if you're coming from nothing, it's very hard to find your position in this new environment. But also on the flip side of this generation to inherit the fortune of their parents are only in the position to face the challenge how they integrate these kind of fortune in their own lives, but also in the lives of the families. And in the end of the day, they have a lot of power in their hands, undoubtedly. And it is just, should be our responsibility as advisors, at individuals that are interested that these families are flourish and thrive over generation, to help them to build up just a strong family maybe help them just on a transition from a family to a clan to a tribe of significance. And to starting just a movement of these kind of families, of these tribes of significance. That should be the great vision. It's my mission to start this global movement. And I see an increasing appetite and an increasing, yes, desire in some cases, especially on these second and third generation family leaders. They are raising a new type of questions. These questions, how we stay relevant, how we stay significant, and what should be our large impact goal over the next generation? Not only in 10 years or 30 years, they are raising the question, okay, what should be our impact goal in 100 years, 200 years, potentially in 500 years? And in the end of the day, we as society, we need these strong families. And it should be our duty and our responsibility to support these families. So therefore, just consider it is necessary to start a global movement to bring all this knowledge, what is available in regards of families. Just pick up the books of James E. Hughes, these 5 brilliant books, but also from Dennis Jaffe, from Tom McCullough, all these others. And I will not forget Philip Markovici. All these knowledge is available. The question is just more, if the why is clear, please give me the how. What should I do? Which steps should be in my systematic approach? That is what I've also recognized in many cases, in many discussions, that the question arises, the power of how. All the things are clear. And also what I also see, and that is just, I put it just as a question in this short video today, is, do we should only focus on preservation, or is it just better to think about evolution? From my perspective, it's just better to have a focus on the evolutionary side. Only preserve will be fail. Because in the end of the day, yes, some voices will be taken opposite on this. You stay in the competition. You stay in a competition among other families. And you should ask yourself, okay, how we can distinguish ourselves in the crowd. Do we play as a mediocre family? Or is it just better to consider how we just become in top of the 10? A tribe of significance, a strong and open system in a family of affinity. And what I can tell you is just, that isn't just rocket science. Yes, I mean, it could be that if you want to approach your advisor and ask him, can you tell me, please, what is just the pathway into a family of affinity? And the lawyer and the tax account and stuff like that will become up with a very complicated response. And it could be that you're sitting on your desk or on your kitchen table saying, oh, no, that's so complicated. I won't do this. What I can tell you is, I will come up for you just with a systematic approach on the term of simplicity. 500 years from now, Leonardo da Vinci bring up this very brilliant quote, and that is just my mantra. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And for you, that is just needed, an easy and understandable pathway to become just a tribe, a family of affinity. And also, from my perspective, that should be the new status of wealthy families, to become a tribe, to be a beacon for others, to be a beacon for the society, to be a beacon to inspire other families to do the same, and to form a strong force or a global movement of a new generation of entrepreneurial families. And yes, that is just my last sentence for today. Please use the knowledge of the elders, of your parents. It's very helpful. And it's just a very good combination to that the elder generation and the newer generation go hand in hand and build up this force. Once again, from my perspective, that is just a new status. And what I can report is I put my own example out there. I've decided to build up my own 100-year family project. Or what we have reframed this once again. It's not only the 100-year family project, it is just our century family project. Because talk is cheap. I lead by my own example. And I will invite you to be part of this global movement. It's very helpful. That could be also your legacy. It could be your purpose to inspire others, to help others, to become also a tribe of significance. So for now, on this Friday, just my thoughts for your consideration. And once again, I would be more than happy if you attend on the Global Wisdom Talk with Ken Koster and James C. Hughes on 2nd of July, 5 p.m. German time. And if you are interested to be in the group of selected families to be live on this Global Wisdom Talk, please send me a short email or put a comment in the show notes, and I will give you just the details, and I will send you the link that you will be part of this Global Wisdom Talk. I'm very much looking forward. So once again, until next, many, many thanks.